Welcome into the Lobo Basketball Post-Game Show, live from Taco Bell Arena in Boise, where the Broncos have defeated New Mexico 90-62 is the final. Tonight, the Lobos had 2 Everguard Roofing and Everguard Solar Slam dunks. That means $20 at $10 per dunk to All Faith. All Faith serves over 2,500 kids and their families every year by teaching them how to prevent abuse and guiding them as they recover from it. Help us give kids back their childhood. Learn more by visiting allfaith.org. We pause for the first time in the Lobo Basketball Postgame Show in Boise. Broncos 90, Lobos 62 the final. Lobo Basketball from Learfield.
On the Lobo Sports Network, Lobo Basketball has been brought to you by New Mexico State Parks Boating and Safety. Be safe on the water. Lobos wear life jackets. PNM. Talk to us at pnm.com. Also brought to you by Route 66 Casino Hotel. Quality service and value. Get your kicks. This is the Lobo Postgame Show. Once again, Robert Portnoy.
Back inside Taco Bell Arena in Boise on the Lobo Basketball Postgame Show, where New Mexico has fallen to the Broncos by the count of 90-62. It's time to select our State Farm Insurance Assist of the game. And you know, when teammates help each other out, great plays happen like this. Top of the wheel to Kuiper, now right wing to Ant. Ant has Williams guarding him. Ant will drive the baseline, right past Hutchison, goes into the corner to Kuiper, and back out front to Chris McNeil, 13 to shoot. Chris working on Hobbs, bounces left baseline, open 3 ball on the way for Jackson, and he got it. Antono stroked it, great find there by Chris McNeil. Lobos draw within 33-12. Chris McNeil delivers the State Farm Insurance Assist of the game. It's presented by State Farm Insurance. Get an agent that gets you. Chris McNeil got Antono Jackson a beautiful bounce pass, and Jackson knocked down the triple. That is your State Farm Insurance Assist of the game. Time for us to pause on the Lobo Basketball Postgame Show. New Mexico falls at Boise 90-62 to the Broncos. It's Lobo Basketball from Learfield. Back inside Taco Bell Arena on the Lobo Basketball Postgame Show, live from Boise. New Mexico falls. It was all Boise early, and the Broncos rolled. Final score, Boise State 90 and New Mexico 62. Bank of the West continues its commitment as the Lobo three-point basket sponsor. After every game, they donate to Special Olympics of New Mexico. For more than 20 years, Bank of the West has contributed over $100,000 to Special Olympics of New Mexico as part of its proud commitment to Lobo athletics. Okay, it is time to select our PNM Reliable Player of the Game, and it is becoming reliable in this selection. Joe Furstinger, once again, is your PNM Reliable Player of the Game. Left corner holding is Simons. Feeds the elbow to Furstinger. Nobody finds him, so Joe knocks down a 15-footer from the left elbow. Lobos down 43-20. Joe Furstinger, your PNM Reliable Player of the Game. PNM delivers reliable energy to you 24/7. Committed community partners, PNM, adding cleaner resources, including more solar and wind energy, working to build a strong, sustainable energy future for New Mexico. Talk to us at pnm.com, where you can manage your account and learn how to save money on your electric bill. Joe Furstinger, the PNM Reliable Player of the Game. Furstinger tonight, 15 points, 6 rebounds. He had a steal. Joe was 6 of 10 from the floor, 0 for 1 from 3, and 3 for 4 from the foul line in 35 minutes. Joe Furstinger is your PNM Reliable Player of the Game. We take time out from Taco Bell Arena in Boise. Lobos fall to the Broncos 90-62. The Lobo Basketball postgame show continues after this. It's Lobo Basketball from Learfield.
It's back.
We're back inside Taco Bell Arena in Boise, where New Mexico has fallen to the Boise State Broncos by the count of 90-62. The Lobos dropped to 1-2 in conference play and 6-10 on the year. The Broncos improved to 13-2 and 3-0. In the Mountain West. Okay, time for our post-game coach's comments. We welcome in Lobo head coach Paul Weir. And Coach Weir, let's just start with the very beginning and what you saw initially as Boise got to the 13-0 start.
Yeah, gosh, they came out and played really, really well, and that was countered by us just not coming out with a lot of pop. particularly on the defensive end. We've had some struggles before offensively where we haven't made some shots, and we didn't make some tonight. We missed a lot of layups, a lot of shots we usually make. Just seemed like there was a lid on the rim at times. We just couldn't get the ball to go down. But unfortunately, the way our defense started the game just really got them going. They played like a team that is trying to compete for a Mountain West championship, and we played like a team that has no interest in a Mountain West championship. And it was very disheartening.
Coach, at the beginning of the game, we talked about how much of their scoring is from the three line. But to start the game, it seemed like they didn't even look for the threes. They were just attacking at the rim, wound up with 52 points in the paint. Were you prepared for that? Was that something that
Yeah,
just
no,
got
they have great size. It's probably the biggest team we've seen since Maryland. Jessup's at the 2, and he's 6'6". Hutchinson's at the 3, he's 6'7". Sengfelder's at the 4, he's 6'8", and then they go 6'11" up front. So, we knew they were going to have 4 of the 5 tallest players in the court pretty much all the time. We were hoping our pressure could maybe get them into some smaller lineups, and it did at times. But really, they're just overall just height advantage. They were just able to get into the rim and the paint area and just literally jump up over and shoot the ball, and we just didn't have enough length there to stop them. And unfortunately, their length at the other end really bothered us too. We just missed a lot of stuff around the rim. Their size just, unfortunately bothered us. And I think the 2-point percentage game was it hasn't been great for us this year at all. We're not shooting a great 2-point percentage offensively, and we're not guarding it very well defensively. And tonight that was just absolutely exaggerated and pretty demoralizing in the process.
You talked about their size, but you think they're changed up in defense? Because, I watched them play earlier in the week. They played a lot of zone. They showed zone, but after the first pass, they kind of went into a man-to-man.
Yeah, they didn't play much zone at all in the first half. They really just kind of guarded us and I think used their length and just kind of kept us from making easy plays. Toward down the stretch, they started playing some zone. I think they're trying to slow the game down and not get us back in. I thought we got into a little bit of a rhythm there. I felt good about our ability to score against the zone because it just kind of gets us some spacing. But again, we couldn't score around the rim, and we went on a great stretch there against some smaller teams where we were able to score inside and get that balance for not only offensively but just the game in general. When you're able to get the ball inside, the game just has a nice flow and rhythm to it. And tonight we just couldn't get into that. We just couldn't get anything down low to go down, whether it was a drive, a post up, anything. And we just never ever really felt comfortable out there. And you have to give Boise a lot of credit. They have really good size and they use it very well. They're very physical down there and they protect the rim tremendously well.
We talked about the inability for you to score inside, but I did feel like you got some good looks from 3 in the first half. You were only 3 of 17, and that if a couple of those had gone in, that it could have softened things up a little bit.
Yeah, no question. Unfortunately,
that's
that's part of the deal when you shoot threes. You're going to have to live with some times where shots don't go down, and I thought we had some really good looks tonight. I mean, Chris McNeil had some just point-blank shots. We had some really good looks. They just didn't go down, and part of that obviously is Boise's length. They're able to bother you when you shoot. They give you those shots at times, and they did a good job of contesting. But at the same time, we have to find a way to make shots to win a game like this.
You did find that rhythm in the second half there when you scored 12 in a row. You said you liked it. What did you like about it?
I think they went zone, which was good. It kind of opened up the floor a little bit. We got the ball to the high post, played out of that a little bit. It was good. I think they were just in a prevent defense at that point. Weren't really kind of engaged, probably like they were earlier in the game. We just couldn't get anything down at the other end from a defensive perspective, a stop or rebound, anything to mount any kind of a serious run. And then, unfortunately, we just went through a stretch there. We just turned the ball over a lot, just made some really poor decisions with the basketball, led out to some easy stuff in transition. And it's obviously Boise's really good there. They were great there against UNLV and really good against us here tonight as well.
Coach, in the first half you scored 15 points. They had 28 points. And we were just sitting here going, what were the adjustments? Were there any adjustments you talked about at halftime?
Yeah, we did some different things with our press. I thought we got a little bit of stuff out of that here and there, particularly as the second half wore on. But offensively, when you can't score and you turn over the ball, there's just not much you can do when you're playing transition defense all night. And unfortunately, we just really struggled in those areas. We couldn't make a shot, missed a lot of layups around the rim. Really haven't missed that layups around the rim since the UTEP game, and I thought we were improving a lot there, but took a step back tonight. And unfortunately, we have to work through this and find a way to get better.
One other thought: you've talked a lot about the on-ball defense, the man-to-man defense. Was this team as challenging as any you've had in terms of the number of guys who were capable once they put the ball on the floor?
Yeah, I think their one-on-one offense, they were able to get to the paint, and I thought we had some decent angles, but their size allowed them to just literally rise up and shoot shots or see passes to the backside, things where they were able to use their size on those penetrations, and our lack of length just didn't bother them. It didn't bother them. Our lack of length just it got exposed there, and Boise's a very good basketball team. They showed it tonight, exposed us in a lot of different ways, and we have to find a way to improve from this and get ready for our next game.
Coach, the physical part and the mental part of this game, what do you tell your team after a loss like this? I mean, do you harp on it or you just take a step back? I mean, where are you at? Where is the team at?
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. We really haven't even been spending a lot of time on the next game. We practice twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. This is a process. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get better. We're trying to become a better team. We went live. The 2 days before we went to Nevada, we went live. We got back from Nevada. We're going to go live again tomorrow. We're just going to keep practicing and working and grinding. For the players that have an issue with, really going out and competing night in and night out, they're going to have to learn to adjust, and I know that's new for some of these guys, and I know some of them are fighting a little bit, but I'm not letting up, and we're not going to let up. We're going to go right back to the practice floor tomorrow. We're going to go right back to grinding and trying to become a better team, and hopefully at some point along the way we can get into a groove here and still finish this season with a positive note.
All right, we'll see you in the pit for San Jose State coming up in 3 days.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Weir.
Coach.
Post-game coaches' comments with Lobo head coach Paul Weir. Albuquerque Downs and Racetrack and Casino, your home for winning entertainment, including simulcast racing. We pause. When we come back, post-game show continues from Boise State. The Lobos dropped the 90-62 decision to the Broncos. It's Lobo basketball from Learfield. Back to wrap it up from Boise on the Lobo basketball post-game show. New Mexico falls to the Broncos 90-62. Boise State defeats UNM. Your Subway sub of the game tonight is brought to you by Subway Restaurants. It is Anthony Mathis, once again terrific, coming off of Coach Weir's bench. Mathis tonight goes for 13, second high total for the team tonight, 13 points, 5 of 11 floor, 3 of 7 from deep. He had an assist and a steal, and he did not turn it over. Anthony Mathis in 20 minutes produces 11 points. Anthony Mathis is your Subway sub of the game. Subway Restaurants keep you going on and off the court. Stop in today. That's going to do it for us from Taco Bell Arena. It's the first time in 3 years that Boise State has beaten the Lobos on this floor, Hunter. And you just made the point in the break that that's just a really good team over there.
Oh, very talented in every position. And the coach. I mean, his adjustments to guard the Lobos and offensively to attack on the dribble. They're just a good team. Hats off to them.
San Jose State in the legendary pit, Dreamstyle Arena, coming up on Saturday night. It's a 7 o'clock tip. Our air is 6:30 with the Bank of the West pregame show. Bring the headset and make sure that you're inside the pit for that one as the Lobos get back home and look to get back to an even 500 in conference play when the San Jose State Spartans travel to take on the Lobos in Albuquerque this coming Saturday night. All right, Hunter, back to the Kirk. Happy New Year to you. Hope you enjoyed your celebration, and we'll see you Saturday night in Dreamstyle Arena.
Back in the pit.
For Hunter Green, my producer and engineer, Isaiah Donnelly, I'm Robert Portnoy, and that's going to do it for us for tonight from Boise. The Lobos, with the loss, dipped to 6-10 on the year and 1-2 in Mountain West play. New Mexico will try to snap a 2-game conference skid when they host San Jose State coming up on Saturday this weekend, January 6th. Airtime 6:30 Bank of the West pregame show, 7 o'clock tip-off from the legendary pit. That'll do it for us for tonight from Idaho. Your final score for the final time, the Broncos 90 and the Lobos 62. So long, everybody. You've been listening to Lobo Basketball from Learfield.